Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be reacting to What If, something a little bit more fun. The last show was a bit, definitely more dramatic and more emotional. So I wanted to do something a bit more lighthearted, something less heavy. Cause like, I didn't want to go from Young Royals to like Squid Game, cause that would have been so emotionally draining to do. So I wanted to do just like a fun show. So I'll be doing Marvel's What If. A friend of mine suggested that I watch this. I didn't really consider watching it before because it was just like one of the cartoon, like animated features, and usually it doesn't really tie into the MCU. But my friend who recommended me this kind of said that it ties in quite a bit to like what's happening in the MCU right now with WandaVision and Loki. So I kind of want to see where they go. I do know a little bit about like the premise of the show, where they're like it's in the title itself. Like, what if a character was a certain way, or like what if the scenario was changed a little bit, like how that would affect the story would run through. I guess like it really reminds me of like how Loki ended with Conqueror Kang showing up, or Kang the Conqueror. I didn't like the ending to Loki because I didn't like the casting for Kang the Conqueror because he seems so non-threatening, if that makes any sense. Like the actor himself, so he's gonna have to play so many different roles. So he probably has a really good range as an actor. I'm not really too familiar with him. When I was watching the end of Loki, I was like, this guy's not really. He doesn't have like an intimidating presence that you would expect from someone named Kang the Conqueror. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for the show. I'm a huge kind of nerd for the MCU and DC comics. I used to love reading the X-Men comics when I was a lot younger. I kind of basically grew up on X-Men. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was not too familiar with the Avengers, but since they've kind of taken off in the movie kind of realm, compared to the X-Men, like obviously like I'm more familiar with them now than I was before, because like Thor, Iron Man, and them, they weren't really like as interesting to me. So, yeah. Um, I hope you guys enjoy my reactions to the show. I guess we'll start in a sec. All right, we're gonna start the first episode now. The first episode is called "What If Captain Carter were the First Avenger." All right. Let's see how they're gonna like introduce these scenarios. If it's gonna be part of the MCU, then I don't know how they're gonna tie it all together.
Time. Space.
Okay.
Reality. It's more than a linear path.
This reminds me of like Doctor Strange's time crystal. Yeah.
Of endless possibility.
Like the Infinity Stone.
Choice can branch out into infinite realities,
Oh, I see.
creating alternate worlds from the one.
So they're doing like this definitely reminds me of like the ending of Loki. Oh shit, they're introducing the Watcher like this.
Vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question.
That's actually pretty insane that they're gonna do.
If
They're gonna introduce him like this. Okay, that makes sense.
Earth, June 1943. The Nazi army marches across Europe, leaving death and destruction.
So this is gonna be like different dimensions, kind of thing, or like the multiverse.
A super soldier.
I don't think I introduced like the X-Men through the multiverse.
Captain America. After turning the tide of World War II, he made the ultimate sacrifice, restoring peace and saving this universe. But in another universe, a single choice created a whole new hero.
All this to make one super soldier.
Paris has fallen. London might be next. If this works, you could end the war.
I do like this art style. They're using 3D models, I guess, and the background's like 2D.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable in the booth?
No, I'd prefer to stay.
There.
Oh, okay.
That's the moment that created a new universe.
I barely remember this scene in the movie. Did that? Oh shit. Oh shit, wait, did they just kill him? Is he dead? Like Steve Rogers?
Eyes on me. Focus on
Oh, okay, he's still alive.
Power
Holy
levels are dropping.
shit.
We either do this now or we lose the project. Rogers, get in there.
He can't.
This would be an interesting idea, because she's already an agent. And like, I want to kind of see how she operates as a super soldier. Because she's definitely more intellectual, I guess, than Steve Rogers. So if you give like that brain power with like that strength, kind of interesting. Oh, she's a lot bigger.
Did it work?
And then some. You won't be needing those heels anymore.
Peggy?
It's a weird comment.
I'd call
She can still wear heels if she wants to.
What an absolute failure. $60 million and all the hope in the world down the drain. I was
It
promised
succeeded.
army. I was promised peace and self.
Oh right, the time period is very
I
sexist.
understand this is not the desired outcome, but I can be more than a human pincushion.
The SSR say your blood might tell us how to make a real super soldier.
You
Oh, that's a fucked up comment. I don't like this.
They sure as hell don't fight on the front lines. You might break a nail.
It's so weird to think about how times have changed and like how that perspective was so like common back then. Oh, she's like good, of course.
Not according to Colonel Flynn, a weapons grade moron.
Oh.
If only I was allowed.
Well, that's unnecessary.
Worse, Flynn could stick you on one of those USO tours. Wear a crazy costume, being told to smile 10 times a day.
Oh, I hated that in that movie. That was like the most annoying part of that movie. How did they skip through that?
Bucky. It's a buddy of mine from Brooklyn.
It's good that he
Deployed
didn't
with
die.
7th. The army won't even tell me where he's going.
We all have someone fighting for us. Would be nice if we could fight for them.
It's interesting to see this like dynamic
I'm sorry.
shift.
You were meant to be the one to end the war.
Now you will. And don't worry about me.
I love this character. He's still so
Won't
like
answer anyway.
he's still like the same guy.
Maybe you have.
Like doesn't matter how strong or how weak he is, he's still like the same person. Did I ever explain why he was so frail before? Like I know he just got shot, he's part of recovery, but like he's been a soldier for a while. Is he like anemic or oh, Hydra's here now?
Across the universe. What you seek is just a legend. Then why do you try so hard to hide it?
I do like how they didn't change this from like the very first Captain America movie to like
It's called the Tesseract.
the old one.
Berlin by now.
It still had that like
But we have a chance.
that wooden door.
You're out of your mind, Stark.
I could go.
Great, now you're both crazy. Fantastic. Now I have two crazy people running around the place.
20, 30
I hate this character.
Hydra High Command. It's game over.
I'm not risking one man.
I don't remember his character in the first movie. Maybe I like blocked that out of my memory.
Stark is one of them.
This doesn't concern you. You're lucky to be in the room.
Colonel, the greatest minds alive can't fathom the extent of this battery's power.
Good. Who knows? Maybe the war will be over before Hydra figures
That's
out
such a
how to turn
stupid way to think. Like if you're a war general and you have like your enemy has this powerful fucking item, you're just gonna whatever it. Like that's stupid.
Just the men. What's this?
It was supposed to be your USO Let's Go Sell Some War Bonds costume, but I made a few upgrades.
Oh, that's
Your
funny.
covert skills need work.
Then this is gonna be awkward.
It's the British flag. That's interesting because it's not. I guess that makes sense because she's not American. I really like the art style for the show. Though it reminds me of Star Wars. That was a That was a far throw. You see how far away that is? What was Steve able to do? I guess with the shield deflecting.
That was brilliant. Let's give it another go.
That's crazy strong. Why would you keep driving at her after you see her like throw the truck behind you, like in front of you, over like that? Like you have ranged weapons. It's funny. Oh, yeah, like drive around her away. Oof. Well, they tried. This is pretty sweet though. I think this is. I would love to see like a movie like this, like with Agent Carter like this. She just threw like 4 trucks and destroyed your entire team. Like what? Dumbass. Okay, I didn't like that part because that doesn't make sense for the character to approach her like that.
Exactly.
Why did he try to run away?
The war's out there, Colonel, not in here. If we're going to win, it won't be with me stuck behind a desk.
Is this nuclear?
Are you listening?
You're an agent. You're not called.
I think this is what
Promote me. Captain has a nice ring to it. I trust you know what to do with that.
I would love to see a movie about her character over like Captain Marvel. I think that's like Captain Marvel is like missing the emotion and like the fun part. I think she's like too much like Superman without any of the fun. That's what I don't know. I didn't like that movie in comparison. Her character is so unlikable in comparison to like Agent Carter.
He's your friend.
The best one I got.
You owe me a dance.
Oh, that's sweet. Did she just go through the front gate? Oof, damn, that's pretty good.
Since today, understood.
Are you the 107th? I'm here for Sergeant Barnes.
Who are you supposed to be? Queen of England?
It looks
Steve Rogers
a
said
bit off.
the name's Captain Carter.
Bucky's character model looks a bit off in this. I mean, if they were basing it off the actors, from what I'm seeing, his character seems the least like the actor.
Steve?
Rogers?
Oh, what the? Wait, oh, I guess it makes sense because he has a Tesseract now, and then he made this shit.
Steve!
Hey, Peggy. Now you owe me one.
Oh, that's crazy. So Steve is Iron Man now. That's funny.
Stark made me some new dancing shoes. What do you think?
Well, then we better start dancing.
It reminds me of the Iron Giant. If you guys have seen that old movie. Like Steve being in that robot. It's so bigger than the Iron Man suit. Like significantly so. I am actually enjoying the sequence. It reminds me of like the comic books.
I've always said that Peggy is a real knockout.
I don't like that character at all. This is cool to see. Like the change. I like their dynamic like together. This is cool. Damn, she's like, oh my god, that guy just got destroyed. He's just like flying around and she's just jumping from plane to plane. That's crazy.
Not expect a creature of your limited capacity to understand. Soon, the true champion of Hydra shall be summoned from beyond the stars. My champion.
Where are you bringing from?
How dare!
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I don't understand why like, these people always think that you're like in his lair. What do you think is gonna happen? Oh, so he already took the serum.
The Third Reich will fall, and Hydra will rise from its its essence.
You guys think which is worse, like Hydra or the Nazis in this situation? I guess they'd have like the same ideals though, so they're probably just as bad as each other.
Okay, I gotta ask. How did it feel?
To be in the room.
To be respected.
It's interesting.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm still that skinny kid from Brooklyn. Now just in a big
that's so weird that like
More than the suit. The suit is nothing without
the
woman
frail
inside.
Steve
You're
Rogers
my
is like
hero,
compared
Steve.
to
I mean, you're a hero.
a woman in that time period. It's kind of seen as the same way Steve is seen, like fragile and weak.
Hey,
Oh, of course.
Come on, Steve, let's go. You too, Carter.
Whoa, hey, what's going on?
How do you not know? You can see through the window.
Pretend I'm not here.
He told you what was happening.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Something about the smell.
This has to be a trap because like he's not in the train along with like the other people anymore, so they have to know they're coming for them.
I'm in position.
Copy. Time to make our entrance. Commencing operation.
I really like Steve's character model is very it's nice. Looks very much like him when he was weaker. Oh shit. Oh, almost became the Winter Soldier there.
Rogers, what's your status?
I wonder if they're gonna have a Winter Soldier in this situation.
I'm going in for a closer look.
Copy that.
Hey, don't forget to knock.
Well, oh fuck. It's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap. Of course it's a trap. Wait, did they kill him? Does he become the Winter Soldier now? Because like I'm sure he's fine. He took like a tank hit before earlier. That suit is pretty strong. Oh, maybe he does become the Winter Soldier in this scenario. I don't think we fucked up if he does.
His name is Steve Rogers, not the Hydra Stomper. Steve, and we've lost.
I didn't find the body. Or like anything. I always got confused by that. Like, why wouldn't you search for like, especially if it's the Tesseract in that machine, like wouldn't you try digging him out?
He told me everything.
Oh,
According to our
it's
German
funny.
guest, Red Skull.
Short of a can.
The Red Skull has taken cover here.
I really don't like Bucky's character model. It looks off. I don't know what it is.
Colonel, you're lucky to even be in the room. The Red Skull wants to destroy someone to push a button.
Oh. This is very like reminiscent of Wonder Woman for me. Especially the shield thing. Yeah, this is very this totally reminds me of the Wonder Woman movie. Like the first one. Ooh, they're probably dead.
Now comes the hard part. You go high, I go low.
We'll shake hands in the middle. Howard.
Coming.
I think he's like safest with her. Okay, so that's how they get the Tesseract. I wonder who he's gonna bring out from space. Like, how would they know who or what or where it is? Whatever they're summoning, bringing out. Whomever is it?
Plan.
Who needs a plan? I have a shield.
A shield is not a plan.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I kind of expected her character to be a bit more careful, I guess. She doesn't, she seems a little bit more careless now that she's a bit stronger. Yeah, it's just a random tentacle monster. Ooh, did they just kill him? I kinda feel bad for the Red Skull. Like, he's such an iconic villain that they always just kinda like shit on now.
I'm up for anything. This is crazy.
Yeah, so is Steve Rogers.
Oh my god, that's why it just like falls over.
Good, because we don't have all day. Now where's Peggy? She drew the high card.
Kind of dangerous. You like, your allies are still down there. You could have crushed them with rubble. What is this creature? Like, where did they how did they even like target this thing to like bring it out here? Well, it was like a 30-minute show. You can't really go into detail, but of course it's German. Yeah, this is like kind of reminding me a little bit too much of Wonder Woman now. Yeah, this is totally kind of ripping off Wonder Woman a bit too much this episode. This even reminds me of like Hades, when she's fighting Hades and like he's dragging her into the gates of...
Did you miss me?
Every second.
I told you.
Go get him, Steve.
It's like destroying the castle and somehow like they're still okay in the main crowd. That's funny.
I'll push it back to hell.
Like I guess she has like super strength, but that thing looks significantly bigger and stronger.
Peggy, no!
I have to. I can end this.
You owe me a dance lesson.
Yes. Saturday
Oh.
night.
So this is how she goes and disappears to another world. Oh, that's pretty sad, actually. Oh. Is that it? Oh no, it's not. Isn't that just like the space stone though? Like,
Sir?
how? Because it's
Where's Steve Rogers?
Fury, so this is the future now.
War ended
Yeah,
almost 70 years
but doesn't the Tesseract only affect space, not like time?
You going to be okay?
I guess if you're like traveling though, it's like time dilation or whatever.
Won the war.
Her one choice gave birth to a whole new history and gave the multiverse
That's pretty.
a new hero.
Is he gonna be like old
As for me,
Steve Rogers?
These are my stories. I observe all that transpires
Stories.
here, but I do not, cannot, will not.
That's so weird that they're introducing the Watcher like this. But it makes sense. Like, how else would you bring him out? Oh. Yeah, the art design is like amazing in this show. I really like it. Let's pause it. So that was episode 1. That was pretty cool. I like the story. It reminded me a little bit too much of Wonder Woman, and like it felt like they were kind of taking a bit too much from the Wonder Woman movie, and even like the animation, because like that last part was exactly like Wonder Woman's fight with Hades. Like it was almost shot for shot, like it was pulling her into like the gate to like seal her in there. And she even had like the sword and the shield. Like that's a little bit too much. A little sketchy, and like the war era thing. At the same time, felt a little bit like they copied too much from Wonder Woman there. But like overall, I enjoyed it. It's still a good story. It is interesting to see the dynamic change between like her and Steve. I can't believe they killed the Red Skull like that. I feel kind of bad for that character because they've been kind of like just treating his character like complete shit. Oh, it's funny though. But like I don't know what he was expecting, because like you brought out this like tentacle monster that has like no sentience and you have like no way of controlling it. Like you kind of deserve what you got there. Like I don't know. That's such a like a weird decision, like a weird choice to like bring out that kind of creature and think that you could contain it or like even control it in any way. It seems a bit reckless. That's the other thing too. Like I kind of didn't like the way her character shifted from being such a like an agent to like just like this gung-ho powerhouse type character. It seemed like a bit off for her character, if that makes sense. And I kind of didn't like that, but it does make sense. Like if you get significantly stronger in a short period of time, like you're gonna be a little bit more careless, and I guess it's like she kind of has to like make her own mistakes to kind of grow as a character. But it's weird because she's already grown as a person before that, so it's kind of like she's taking a step back in that manner. Oh, I like it. I want to see. I'm kind of interested to see if they're gonna continue the storyline from like Agent Carter making the decision to like domino of like the rest of like what happens in the future, or like are they gonna just follow this storyline, or is it gonna be like multiple random ones from like all over the multi-universe? Because I'm assuming that the Watcher can see through like different universes and different like different timelines. That's weird. Like, wouldn't the time from like Loki, like that group, wouldn't they have like interfered at this point, since she, or is this like after like the two Lokis like kill King the Conqueror, or like just like the Kang guy that's controlling the timeline there, like the sacred timeline, like when they kill him, is this like what happens after that? I don't know, because then like it makes sense that like you're gonna suddenly get all of these like branching different like dimensions and different scenarios happening freely without like the interference from the people who are in charge of the timeline before. So I don't know, it's interesting premise. I definitely want to see more of it, and it's a lot more lighthearted and more fun. So it's a good shift for me. Thank you for watching with me. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that they maybe took a little bit too much from the Wonder Woman like movies and like comics and cartoons? It was very, very reminiscent of that for me. It was a little bit like, oh, you guys are copying a bit too much here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my socials if you want. Thanks. I'll see you guys later.